Produced by the Cleveland Sound Radio Network. Here is the This Is Awesome Wrestling Show, hosted by Glenn Moore and Steve Guy.
Welcome to the This Is Awesome Wrestling Show, number 5, I believe, Mr. Steve Guy.
Yeah, sure, we can count.
This is over a month we've been doing this podcast,
That's
this show.
amazing. Well, some people didn't hear one of them.
That's true.
I don't know if that counts.
It still counts. We still did it. We are growing here at Cleveland Sound.
We still did it. Yeah.
We still did it.
Yeah.
At CLE Sound on Twitter, at Facebook. We have a website now. You guys can listen to all our shows on the network. And we have our first big event that we're going to be at. Our booth is going to be there, and you can join some of the personalities here on CLE Sound. On Thursday, November 6th, this Thursday. You can join Yelp.com at the Cleveland Museum of Natural History for their Walk on the Wild Side. And you guys can go to RSVP on the Yelp events page, which is yelp.com/events/Cleveland. It's a great event, and it's supposed to be a nice turnout, I heard. So go out there and check it out this Thursday at the Cleveland Natural History Museum of Art.
The Natural History Museum. That's where they have all the animals. That's why it's the wild side.
Ryan can cut that out.
Yeah.
But
it'll be at the Natural History Museum right here in Cleveland.
Now, you watched Raw this week, didn't you?
Yeah, sure did.
You got your cable.
Everything's good to go.
Cable back? Got internet
I got
back?
the internet back up and running. No cable, but it's fine. I got the internet.
Now, last week the problem was you didn't watch.
My internet was out.
So
I didn't get to see Hell in a Cell. I didn't get to see Raw. It's okay. We're all caught up. Everything's good to go.
We're all good to go. Before we started the show, and there's a lot of little rumors going around, and one of them,
a lot of rumors flying around now,
is Stephanie McMahon. Is she pregnant?
She might be pregnant.
Now, if she's not pregnant, and we're saying that she is,
I feel terrible. Then she was just wearing an unflattering
She's going to give you a pedigree.
But there's a couple theories here. I mean, it's Stephanie McMahon. I mean, she constantly wears things to show off her form and figure.
Right.
This is perhaps the flowiest dress I've ever seen her wear.
Flowiest?
Flowiest is a technical term, I do believe. I think the late Joan Rivers probably used it on Fashion Police. I don't know. Listen, that's not my thing.
Flowiest.
But it was big and baggy, all right? It was the dress equivalent of you or I wearing Jinko jeans.
Okay.
I think that's to cover up a baby belly.
Well, she was in Buffalo, I mean.
Well, sure, I guess. And so then, not only is that the first thing that I notice, but then Vince comes out, of course, and what does he do? He throws out a stipulation that at Survivor Series, this could be the end of the Authority. That's rather abrupt, don't you think?
Okay, so what are you trying to say here?
I think that they need a way to get her off of television so she doesn't, bounce around with this baby belly, and so that for her safety, not because she would look not because she would look unattractive, but for her safety, they need a way to get her out of there so she doesn't accidentally get hit. Because you never know, things do happen, right?
With Randy Orton around.
Yeah, absolutely.
Whew, RKO, a double RKO
out of nowhere.
Now we're not claiming that she is pregnant.
No, we don't know that as a fact. We're checking sources. But we don't know that as of yet.
We don't know if she is. So if she listened to this, or the powers that be at WB listen to this podcast or show, and they say, "Hey, they're claiming that she's pregnant," we don't want them to come down here and deliver a pedigree.
And if she's not pregnant, Stephanie, you looked great. You're glowing. That's what you say when they are pregnant, I guess.
You're fired. You're fired.
Darn it.
You're done.
There goes my chances with her.
His name is Steve Guy. You can follow him on Twitter at the Steve Guy.
Find out where I live.
But
beat me senselessly.
But this could build up to something bigger at WrestleMania.
Yes. So, as we were talking before the show, because I love checking the rumors.
Oh, yeah, the dirt sheets.
And this is a rumor that we had talked about previously. At one point in time, there was an idea that there was to be this struggle, and at WrestleMania, it would culminate in a match featuring either Triple H or someone of his choosing taking on someone of Vince McMahon's choosing.
Okay.
So now Stephanie is pregnant. This is a perfect way. The Authority ends at Survivor Series, right? She's gone. You write her off, and that's fine. And then who's in charge? I don't know. Then we go into a 3-month struggle between Vince and Triple H, leading to that WrestleMania match, which could be Triple H versus...
If you smell
The people's champion.
Okay. Now, there is... I like the idea.
Sure. Who wouldn't?
I like the idea of Vince coming back on a regular basis. Now,
He looks old, by the way.
He looks good.
Yeah, I mean,
Dude, you're just bashing the McMahon family now.
I'm sorry about that.
You're claiming that Stephanie is pregnant or looking fat.
Well, the thing is,
you say Vince is old.
I did not say Stephanie looks fat. I just said that she looks pregnant.
Okay.
She's wearing a big flowy dress. I couldn't tell.
If I go up to a woman and they say, "Are you pregnant?" and she goes, "No," she's sick.
Listen,
what's she thinking?
I was basing it upon the dress, not because she was fat, because I couldn't tell if she was fat. There was no form-hugging leather that she was wearing this week.
I'm going to get a text from Ryan in a couple of days with a lawsuit from WWE.
All right, look,
and our show is going to be off the
beautiful. Whatever, she's fine. She looks great. Vince, listen, Vince is old. I'm just saying because it's the first time we saw him on TV in quite some time. And maybe because I was watching the WWE Network this past weekend, which you can get for the month of November for free, instead of $9.99.
They still took $9.99 out of my bank account.
I was looking at watching old Vince, and then I saw Vince come on my TV screen, and I was like, "Oh man, he looks much older." Which I mean, he is.
Well, of course, you're watching it from '98.
I understand. Yeah,
it's 16 years ago.
Well, I mean, I was watching some newer stuff too because there were newer interviews with him.
Vince could kick your ass.
I didn't say he couldn't. I just said he looks older.
You're taken out. We're gonna you're gonna have a notice of where is Steve Guy? And
it's fine.
Some ditch in Connecticut.
Jeff Jarrett would gladly take me with Global Force,
whatever,
AT&T network.
All right, so I have a problem with your whole scheme, your whole plan, your whole.
You don't like that WrestleMania matchup?
I do not like Vince coming back as a good guy. I don't like it. I mean, and what's the point of all this power struggle? Okay, does Vince win? If Vince wins, who's in charge? In 6 months, they're going to forget that storyline and go back to Triple H being back in charge. What is the point? What's the point of this?
The point is
Rock versus Triple H?
Yes.
Okay, so you can do that without
and
power.
The return of Shane O'Mac, which I just made that up.
What if he was referee?
I would be so excited.
He's not coming back.
No, he's not. But I would be really excited.
Why is that though? Why
Shane has his own business now, they say.
But why did he leave in the first place? He was going to be given the company.
I mean, maybe he took one too many tumbles off the Titantron.
You know what I think it is? I think because with Triple H marrying Stephanie, that it was going to be them running it over Shane. And Shane saw the writing on the wall and said, "I'm out."
Sure. He says, "I'm out of here."
I would love to see Shane come back.
With the Mean Street Posse.
Oh, Pete Gas.
All of them.
I love their music. That would be okay. Triple H versus The Rock, WrestleMania. That's worth going out to San Fran for. Definitely.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I don't get this whole power
they
struggle.
kind of teased it already.
If you have a legitimate replacement for the Authority with someone that is respectable.
Well, this also gives them 3 or 4 months to find and determine who that replacement's going to be.
Who is it going to be?
I don't know. We have 4 months to find out. So if The Rock wins at WrestleMania, then they would be able to, at that point, bring in somebody else. It'd be somebody of Vince McMahon's choosing, right?
Right.
And that's how that would go down. But they've built this whole time to try to figure that out, at least.
But who could be in charge?
Probably Hulk Hogan. I don't know.
But he's only going to be around. He's not going to come around every week to be in charge.
Paul Heyman, Brock Lesnar.
No way Paul Heyman is going to be in charge.
CM Punk.
There's no way CM Punk's coming back.
I'm just throwing names out here.
I just don't know.
Daniel Bryan.
No.
Which we have an update, folks. He has continued to grow his beard and his hair. If you listened to us last week, we discussed it. And he did appear at the World Series last week after we did our show.
Yeah.
Still growing strong, at least from a follicle standpoint.
Our Daniel Bryan's beard update is sponsored by Yelp.com. There you go. Jeez.
Join us this Thursday.
Speaking of Daniel Bryan, though, he's done. He's gone.
Yeah, poor guy. Did an interview with Sports Illustrated this week.
Yeah, and it's not looking good for a WrestleMania return.
No.
This is the guy that went and won WrestleMania, won the World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania, main event. You got 80,000 people screaming yes, to now he's not even a thought of on the show. And in this whole yes chant,
oh, it's still there, but
it is.
Yeah.
But it's not because of Daniel Bryan. It's because of the yes chant.
Right.
The yes chant is living because of the crowd like it's easy to do, and when other people do it, it catches on.
It's the same as a woo.
Yeah, no, because
Oh yeah, every time somebody chops somebody in the ring, you hear woo.
Okay, I was thinking of woo woo woo. You know it.
No,
Zack
that'd
Ryder.
be woo woo woo. You know it.
Poor Zack Ryder.
It's the best.
He's so talented, and he gets just squashed.
I know.
He was on Raw though.
Yes,
But
briefly.
Rusev. Okay, how do you feel about the WWE putting a championship match after Raw
On the network.
on the network?
Boy, if I was USA, I would
You
be
think?
very upset with that.
Now they're already giving USA 3 hours,
Yeah.
and you're already fans are there. You get there around 7. You have dark matches around 7:30.
right.
That match with Sheamus and Rusev didn't end until after 11:30.
Right.
So the fans are sitting there for 4 hours.
Well, they used to do things like that all the time.
but back when wrestling was
Yeah.
decent.
Right.
The thing is, though, there's a lot of fan reports online that half the arena left after Raw
Not
went off
knowing
the
there was
air.
gonna be a match.
Well, not knowing, but they're probably not caring. I mean,
Right.
it's pretty obvious
But
who's going
Rusev
to win.
Sheamus is a good
No,
matchup,
you
relatively
serious?
speaking.
are you serious, bro?
I mean, it's two bigger names. It's not like they marched out Heath Slater versus El Torito.
If you weren't paying for the WWE Network and they were showing this out, hey, you get the network for free, would you even bother signing up for Rusev versus Sheamus?
No, maybe if I was a 12-year-old child and John Cena wasn't there at Raw, yeah, I would watch Sheamus.
Sheamus is awful.
'Cause that's who I love when I'm 12.
And you know Rusev is going to win anyway.
Yeah, it's tragic.
And then you have these two guys wrestle at Raw and then wrestle again later in the night. I don't get that.
What I really love is that I know it's called the U.S. Championship, but can we not pretend like this Irish guy with a thick, strong Irish accent was the defender of America versus Rusev? He's not American, folks. It's not like Rusev, the Russian, beat somebody that was like they are talking like he's a soldier and he stands up and, you know, as if Sheamus, you would have thought that Sheamus served with the Marine Corps at this point, the way that people are talking about him defending the U.S. title against Rusev. No. It's two international guys. They happen to be fighting for the U.S. Championship.
Do you
That's
know what Sheamus's job was before becoming a WWE superstar?
fine. Probably not the United States Marine Corps.
He was an IT guy in Dublin.
Wow.
He was a guy. He would be the guy you would call for computer help. Sheamus. Isn't that amazing? And Lana, she was like a dancer. She's in
She's a
music
ballet
videos.
dancer.
When
Yeah.
she was in music, she was twerking in
She's
music
also
videos.
in the movie Pitch Perfect.
Really?
And will be in Pitch Perfect too.
Really?
Yeah.
If you look up
How about that?
Lana,
She's not Russian at all.
Lana twerking is a good video
That's
to
a
watch.
fake accent. Sorry, spoiler alert.
I knew that.
Well, I mean, maybe some of our listeners didn't.
Yeah, it's fake. I mean, if that was
I mean,
real, she's
wrestling's
crappy.
totally real.
If she was a real accent, she's terrible.
Yeah, I feel bad for the heat that she probably gets for people who do think it's real, though.
Oh yeah. Nah. I don't think it's as bad as it is in the 90s. I mean, Stephanie did kind of pull the curtain on that one
Yeah,
with
all
their
the
interview.
time. So speaking of WrestleMania matchups, some of your dreams are coming true here, I think, as this Monday Night Raw also led us to believe. Because now it has been stated through background that Randy Orton will not be at Survivor Series.
He may.
At the moment, it sounds like he's not going to be there at all. He's not participating.
Right. He's not going to be in the
They're not
lineup.
announcing him as being a part of the pay-per-view.
Right.
But he is supposed to return in December, which leads us to Glenn Moore's WrestleMania dream card of a build-up
Got one down,
of Randy
buddy.
Orton and Seth Rollins.
Now we just need that Gold Dust Stardust build up. What else did I say? Who else?
Miz and Mizdow,
Hey, that could happen. The way they're doing it.
Jimmy and Jay Uso.
Uso, yes. Brother versus brother.
They're teasing Mark Henry and Big Show too early. Too soon. Can't stretch that one.
No, you can't.
Hey, what a great match that was on Raw, though. But anyway, back to Randy Orton, Seth Rollins. Did you enjoy it? Did you enjoy the... Like, they did a great job
Yeah.
of leading you to believe that this would be same old authority. I mean, Seth Rollins gave you two fantastic matches on Monday night.
Yeah.
Dolph Ziggler, the Intercontinental match, which was great.
A lot of double dipping on Raw.
I know.
Rusev,
Yeah, absolutely.
Sheamus,
And
Rollins?
But then Randy Orton, RKO out of nowhere during the IC match, which was great. And then Randy Orton, Seth Rollins. That was a great match.
Yeah.
And then I didn't see that finish coming. They made it a quick finish, the backslide. So that leads you to believe, all right, the same old authority is going to shake hands, blah, blah, blah. It's fine. They're going to be good again. And I'm thinking, all right, this Glenn Moore thing might come true, but the whole turning point is still not going to be for another 2 months out. But nope.
Save it.
Went right down to it. I don't know what you do with this whole Triple H thing. Like, he did a fantastic job of being, quote-unquote, upset with the outcome. He's always been great at selling.
And Orton was RKOing everybody.
Out of nowhere.
But they teased. He didn't RKO Triple H. He bumped into him. They teased. Right. So, if you do Randy Orton, maybe you'd have Randy, if The Rock can't wrestle or doesn't want to do Triple H or whatever, which I think would be stupid, you have Randy Orton being Vince's guy at WrestleMania. You save that RKO to Triple H, even though we've seen it 10 million times. Right. We haven't seen it as Triple H being the corporate guy that he is now. You save that match maybe possibly for WrestleMania or even the Rumble. I would maybe do it at Rumble too. One of those pay-per-views. Either Rumble or WrestleMania. But they teased that a little bit with him bumping into him.
You might get Randy Orton and Rollins at TLC right here in Cleveland, Ohio.
It'll be a gimmick match. It won't be a straight, clean finish. It's going to be a tables, ladders,
so you may get that there instead. And then, you're right. Maybe you do instead. At WrestleMania, you get Randy Orton, Triple H. I don't know.
It's
so much going on right now.
So Rollins won Money in the Bank, in May?
Yeah.
What are they going to do with that? I think they had to put it on the line somehow.
Yeah,
maybe Orton versus Rollins for the Money in the Bank.
Maybe that still becomes... Maybe my theory is still true. Perhaps you get John Cena, Brock Lesnar at TLC right here in Cleveland, Ohio, beating the hell out of each other, pretty much done in a tables, ladders, and chairs match. Seth Rollins comes out at the end, cashes the Money in the Bank on whoever, and then, lo and behold, the return of Randy Orton. Money in the Bank has already been cashed. Bell has been rung. RKO out of nowhere. Match is over.
Done.
I
can't see Rollins being WWE champion.
No, but that would end it. That would make him not WWE champion right there.
So
just like
they
that.
They got to do something.
And then you still have your Rollins-Randy Orton match at the WrestleMania.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
And then, hey, Goldust, Stardust build up. Usos break up. Miz versus Mizdow.
Miz versus Mizdow is, as we are now looking to find out, possibly becoming a tag team title contender.
This is what I would do. Have them win the tag team titles, but have them competing, but Miz gets fake hurt or just doesn't want to wrestle, and leaves Mizdow to face the tag team champions. Somehow Mizdow wins, and then the Miz celebrates, grabs the tag team titles, and celebrates like he won. So you have the tag team champions, Miz and Mizdow, but then you're beginning to have a little more rift between the two, because Mizdow's getting over. The crowd loves him.
Oh, they love it.
But I feel like Miz has to be more of a worse heel to help Mizdow not just be the comedy act, but to be legitimate, get over. So I think Miz has to kind of now be a little more cunning, be a little more forcing Mizdow to get more hurt and be out there, and have Miz relax a little more. And then if they do win, celebrate together. Miz can act like he did all the work. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then you can build towards Mizdow WrestleMania main event.
The Glenn Moore WrestleMania card. You can only be on it if you were once on a team together. That's the way it's got to be, folks.
It's got to be.
I can't wait for that Billy Gunn Bart Gunn main event match at WrestleMania too.
Smoking guns?
Oh yeah, it's gonna be great.
Can't wait for that.
It's gonna be amazing. Dynamite Kid versus hologram British Bulldog.
Then Undertaker versus Kane. The Brothers of Destruction.
We've seen
one more match.
No.
Edge versus Christian. Edge
already
makes his
seen that
return.
too many times too.
Mark Henry. D'Lo Brown comes back. D'Lo Brown versus Mark Henry.
D'Lo. That's a great little head swivel.
Jericho versus Big Show. The Jericho Show.
The Jericho Show. Yeah, absolutely. But you already have Big Show versus Mark Henry, so can't have that.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, sorry.
What
else do we have on Raw? Oh yes, here's what I want to talk about from Raw. This one was pretty obvious to me. We sort of saw a return on Raw, but not really.
Okay.
The eyes.
That's Luke Harper.
Easy, right?
Easy.
I don't know why but who is he going to go after?
Probably Ambrose. Helping his brother Bray Wyatt.
So even though Bray Wyatt set them free, you think he's still going to come back
Help him.
and help him?
Because didn't that promo come? When did it come? Did it come after? No, they didn't come after Ambrose. Well, who would it go? Who would he go after?
Maybe Bray Wyatt.
No.
I don't know. Could be.
Vince McMahon.
Goes after Vince McMahon.
Got my eyes on you. But who could he possibly be going after?
That's what I was trying to figure out.
Ryback?
I mean, he's supposed to be a nut.
Ryback.
We did see Ryback again. Versus an actual solid challenger this time in terms of size.
Dude, I love Ryback being back, man. The
Yeah.
old Feed Me More.
You really pumped?
I'm pumped, man. I'm marked
right.
out.
That's your other match. Ryback and Curtis Axel at WrestleMania.
Oh, that's great. That's a big money draw right there. I would shill out $100 worth of ticket for that one.
That's what was confusing to me too with the Luke Harper thing.
But what they're doing is they're teasing a comeback, but writers have no clue what they're going to do with him. Probably
It's true.
Lazy booking. The show sucked on Monday.
Yeah.
Beginning though was great with Vince coming out, and then the end. The bread was great, but we were working with moldy meat.
Did you like the Authority coming out?
You didn't like that, did you?
Yeah, that was good. We're working with yeah. Did you like the Authority coming out and having the bit with Dolph Ziggler?
I love how they're having Ziggler meshed in the storyline. He deserves it. He deserves
Absolutely.
to be. But I love how they're meshing Ziggler in with the storyline.
I think that this is the first time, at least publicly, on television, that you had somebody from up above, like a Triple H, Stephanie, anybody, come outright and say, like, you know, as much as they end up beating up Dolph Ziggler or whatever the case may be, and they're supposed to knock him down, it was fantastic to have Triple H come out and say that Dolph Ziggler is arguably the hardest working person in that back locker room. That's huge. I think that's not to be downplayed. I mean, that's again, all it is at least kudos at this point. But to me, that's a big deal for him to come out and sit there and say something like that. However, I did love the fact that he told all the fans, basically, like, I know you wanted to see Dolph Ziggler do really well, but now it's his fault. Like, he totally turned it back, you know? He was like, I gave him the chance. There it is.
No John Cena
No John Cena this week. But did it matter? Did you need John Cena in this Monday Night Raw?
The rating is over 4 million people watched the show, which was about almost 400,000 more than the
Oddly
previous
enough,
week.
it was the last hour that dropped off, I saw.
Dude, they need to fire John Cena. The ratings will just keep going up.
Yeah, see you later, Johnny.
Let him go to TNA.
Yeah, go TNA. Ring of Honor.
Cena at TNA.
Ring of Honor needs it.
Ring of Honor.
Go to Global Force.
Yeah, go to Jarrett.
Jet Jarrett.
See you later.
Well, he's got his TV show he's gonna go do.
But I mean, no John Cena, and the ratings improve.
Yeah.
I mean, Monday Night Football had a terrible rating too, but
well, that was a blowout.
Yeah. So, but still, I mean, that's
so maybe everybody went to bed because they were going back and forth, and they were like, Monday Night Football's a blowout. I'm gonna go to sleep, and then they forgot about Raw. That was a great main event, though.
It was
one of the better main events they've had in some time. Oh, come on, because it was different.
Yeah, it's up there. I'm trying to think. Ambrose Cena was okay. The pole match.
Yeah,
it meant something.
That was so gimmicky, though.
But I did
this for the most part was a straight-on wrestling match.
Yeah,
there was no interference. It was a clean win. I mean, I don't remember one of the last times we had really a clean win in a main event on there.
Did you see Kane trip over Orton?
Yes, that was fantastic.
That was terrific.
Freaking idiot.
All right. So, Brock Lesnar is the WWE World Heavyweight Champion.
Yep, still not here.
No mention of Lesnar on the show whatsoever.
That's true. They didn't even mention it this time.
Nothing. I mean, okay, he's not on the show.
But you also didn't have John Cena there, so there's absolutely no talk of a championship match because he's your number one contender. So actually now, this is probably one of the first times
This
that
is
I don't
stupid.
know. You don't have your number one contender at Monday Night Raw, your flagship program, nor do you have the champion.
No mention of the champion. Like, if he's not going to come out to Raw or go to Buffalo, New York, have a crew go up to his house and film him working out or, like, eating raw meat or something.
What is he doing right now?
He's
besides Sable.
making babies with Sable, probably.
Yeah.
But,
She's
I mean,
great.
But have him do something. You know, like, there's no champion. I don't get it.
I don't know what to do with. I mean, on one hand, again, I don't feel like it needed it.
It's been past 30 days. He hasn't competed.
You're going to say
Strip
this,
him.
You're going to say this every week.
Gorilla Monsoon is rolling around in his grave right now.
He is furious.
It's been past 30 days. You strip him the title and have a King of the Ring tournament.
Yeah.
16 men.
It has been 30 days since we have been able to watch a match that at some point in time Gorilla Monsoon could have been the announcer for and said such notable phrases as, "Oh, this is what it's all about, Jess." That was for Gorilla.
But I don't get it though. No mention.
Yeah. I mean, I don't have an answer for you, unfortunately. I'm just over here trying to figure out whether or not Stephanie's pregnant. Clearly, they roll that out
what
there.
What are your sources saying?
And I'm not getting anything on my sources.
Sources.
Stay here for Baby Watch McMahon 2014. Brought to you by Yelp.
Maybe she is pregnant.
She could be.
But they throw her off TV. Vince is in charge. But I want Vince as a bad guy. I want the snarky, cunning Vince McMahon, not the, hey, with the authority out of control. No, I don't want that.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you.
I want the walk back. I want everything. I want Vince competing at WrestleMania 31 himself.
That's a terrible idea.
Right?
He's
Vince
gonna get injured.
Vince versus Triple H.
So injured.
In Hell in a Cell. No, in the Ready to Rumble cage match. The three-tiered cage match.
I think what needs to happen at this point, and this is how WWE is getting away with not having a championship match and not having the champion on Raw.
Okay.
They need a competitor. Think back. So, at TNA, we still don't know what's going on with the TV deal. Supposedly, they are going to get picked back up by Spike TV in 2015.
Spike, yeah.
But I don't even know that they're really a competitor anymore, especially if Angle doesn't sign, but he probably will. So, when we talk back about the Monday Night Wars, we used to have regular championship matches on Raw, and if you think that one of the big turning points that always gets mentioned on that is the fact that Mick Foley actually won the championship on Monday Night Raw.
Right.
I mean, you're not going to see that anymore without them having anybody to compete against. No. And that's what's making this lack. No. I think that WWE needs a solid competitor, and I don't know who it's going to be. I was looking through these Ring of Honor and TNA rosters, and I mean they're okay, but I mean I don't know. TNA has the 6-sided ring back. That's exciting. But who's going to compete?
You're probably the only person that has actually checked the Ring of Honor roster in like 3-4 months.
I was curious about it. Well, I knew AJ Styles was there, and Chris Daniels, both formerly from TNA. I wanted to know who else was there. And it's not anything.
Not looking good.
Not anything great. Except Maria is there.
Maria, she's great.
She might be, but Ring of Honor isn't really on TV nationally.
No,
it's on a couple, local things
Nobody
here
really
and there.
Cares about
yeah, exactly. So, I mean, to me, this is how you fix WWE and not putting a champion on. You got to get a competitor. But I don't know who it's going to be or who it's going to come from. It's not going to come from Jeff Jarrett.
Well, now that Sheamus doesn't have the U.S. title anymore, maybe we can have him be the guy.
It could be. Hey, you know who else is in TNA right now? The Funkasaurus is in TNA, by the way.
Yeah, he's EC3's bodyguard or bro now.
Yeah. Tyrus or something.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
No. All right, what was your This Is Awesome moment of the week?
They did not chant This Is Awesome this week.
No, there's nothing to chant for This Is Awesome for. Except for the ending.
But that's what's awesome for me. My This Is Awesome moment of the week is the fact that we got back to some solid, like, good matches and storyline building or disrupting.
Okay.
To the point that the fans couldn't sit there and just say, this is awesome for the sake of this is awesome. Because I look back over the couple weeks, and how many times did I have Dean Ambrose in a Seth Rollins situation? Yeah. Randy Orton, RK out of nowhere. You know, we had some solid matches between Dolph Ziggler and Seth Rollins.
So Cesaro.
Seth Rollins, Orton, Cesaro, and Cesaro and Ambrose was a fantastic match at the beginning as well. Some great actual wrestling that people had to pay attention to, and the fans were there. You can hear them cheering and it building, but there were no, this is awesome, and I think that's great because they were finally paying attention to, like, to me that was like them paying attention, not like, I need to be wound. I don't know. That's it. That's my This Is Awesome. Is that there was no This Is Awesome.
So basically, you're
to
saying
me, I liked
show
it.
so
You
crappy.
hated it. You hated it. I liked it.
It was a moldy meat sandwich.
I thought it was good.
The bread was amazing.
Well, look,
The
I'm
bread
poor.
melted
I'll
in
eat
your mouth.
anything.
But the meat and cheese was just blah. Now, my This Is Awesome moment is Vince McMahon coming back. I mean, once you hear that, nope chance.
Okay, see, that's what I was happy about. I didn't want people to, like, immediately start chanting, this is awesome because Vince is back. I'm like, really? It's just a guy. He's just here talking. Like, there's nothing awesome about that. I mean,
It's Vince McMahon.
It is awesome, but it's not this is awesome.
What did the McMahon
awesome.
family do to you? You're claiming Stephanie's pregnant when she probably isn't.
They ran away arguably the best McMahon ever in Shane O'Mac.
Shane O'Mac.
I'm sorry. I am a Shane O'Mac fan.
Never say never when it comes to the WWE.
There's nobody better than Shane O'Mac.
Here comes
the money.
Now, if that came on,
I would freak out. Be amazing.
That would be amazing. But I mark it when I hear Vince's theme come on. Whew, that's just as much as The Rock.
No.
Yes.
Stop it.
It's Vince.
Too far.
It's Vince McMahon.
Hey, can we give a quick...
You're just jealous you haven't got a nod of respect from Vince like I have.
Listen, I sense that we're running out of time.
We are.
I want to give a quick shout out because we had a big like on our Facebook link last week.
Oh, we did. It was an awesome like.
It was an awesome like, but it was not the awesome one. It was, however, one half of the creators of the awesome one.
The Mrs. Mom, Barbara.
Big shout out to Barbara.
That was funny because I think, what was it? I posted. No, you posted.
I posted. I shared.
Yeah, and then I put it to my timeline.
Sound.
And I'm friends with her, and she liked it. I texted you. I'm like, the Mrs. Mom liked our show.
I was so pumped. And oddly enough, at the time, the only people liking that link, I think, were us, the Mrs. Mom, and then my buddy Chris, who danced with the Mrs. Mom on Bourbon Street in New Orleans.
Really?
When we were partying at
We're
WrestleMania.
Just a small world, after all.
It was a great time.
But Mrs. Mom, hopefully, maybe we're giving her a shout out. Maybe she can come on.
Yeah, they were bumping rear ends. I think it was.
We gotta get Mr. Hero George to come on.
Can't wait.
Gotta get George Mizanin on. We get Miz and his dad on here in studio
at the same time.
Oh,
that's fantastic.
That'd be gold.
We're just teasing things here for you, folks. It may happen. It may not. I don't know. Can't tell you. These are all just rumors right now. Speculation, as it were.
Just like
Stephanie
being pregnant.
Stephanie maybe being pregnant. We'll keep you up to date on that next week with our sources, as well as Daniel Bryan's beard and hairline ongoing.
Which is sponsored by Yelp.com. They have a special event on Thursday at the Cleveland Museum of Natural History.
Is that this Thursday, Glenn?
That's this Thursday.
November 6th.
Walk on the Wild Side. It's this Thursday. Yelp is putting it on. You can RSVP online at yelp.com/events/Cleveland. There's plenty of other shows. Our website is up. The iTunes feeds are up for our shows. Twitter, Facebook, just type in CLE Sound. And you can check out all the shows here on the network. Anything you want to say? Wrap it up, buddy?
Apologies to anybody that came out to see me at the Roxino last week because
what was up with
the
that?
shows got canceled. I don't know what to tell you.
Oh, my God. I saw that. I was like,
blame it on fellow CLE sounder Chad Zumock. I don't know. I fill in for him. I'm just going to blame it on him.
I saw you kept posting, hey, I'm going to be here, hey. And then I saw the post it's canceled.
Chad Zumock might as well be in the McMahon family for me right now. Yeah. No, just kidding. Just kidding. I love all of them. Stephanie, Vince, Chad.
And if
Mostly Shane.
we're not on the air next week, you know why? Because Steve probably got whacked by some Italian guy put on by the McMahon family.
Or a guy with a big nose.
On that note, we'll talk to you guys next week. Right here in Cleveland, Ohio. This is Awesome Wrestling Show.